Hey everybody, Forever Retro 82 here. Hope you're staying safe and being well out there. So, Nissan can't stop dipping their noses in new ideas. But I'm not actually too scared about this one. This might actually be decent. So, we're going to try it out and see if it is. It's turkey flavor, or turkey dinner flavor, with other natural flavors, ramen, noodles, and sauce. So, it's a brothless ramen once again, which is fine. I prefer a broth, but whatever. And, well, you know, I have a feeling this is going to taste a lot like chicken, maybe. I mean, chicken and turkey, they're poultry, so they're one and the same. Turkey has more of a little, I want to say, a more heavier flavor than chicken does. It's also it takes longer to cook than chicken. Believe me, I've delved my hands in both, and turkey definitely takes the longest. But it's good if you do it right. Also, pro tip: instead of using stuffing to put in your turkey, put white grapes. I'm telling you, you get like the moistest turkey all of ever. It'll just fall right off the bone and it'll melt in your mouth. It's so good. I prefer that. So if you want to have a really moist turkey, try using white grapes. Anyway, so we gotta get through the boring stuff first, of course. I mean, like I said, I'm not too nervous about this because, well, turkey and chicken. I've had both ramens plenty of times in my life, right? But but then when you scroll down with your eyes, you like, oh shit, this is bad. This is bad in terms of the health things. So we gotta go through the nutrition facts, of course. I'm not gonna read the ingredients list. I mean, it's pretty much cut and dry. It's the same old shit that you see in any other kind of cup noodle. So here we go. It has 370 calories. Like high, it's ramen. Okay, it's carbs. Take that as well. You got total fat 15 grams, saturates 7 grams of saturates of 7 grams. Jesus, that's just so high. 15 grams for this little thing. You get that much out of something else that's probably more filling. Let's see, cholesterol is less than 5 milligrams. That's good. Sodium, of course, 1,170. You can't get away from that. If you eat ramen, you either can use, if you use the packets, you can use it like the half of the seasoning pack, or you can use the whole thing like I do because I like the full flavor, but it's bad for your health. Let's see, we got 51 grams of carbs. Yeah, that's half of what I'm supposed to be taking in. The doctor doesn't want me to have more than 100 grams of carbs, but I do that too often because carbs are easy, they're cheap, and they taste good. We need something out there that can replace that comfort feeling that you get from carbs. Let's see, we got 2 grams of dietary fibers and 4 grams of sugars, and including 1 gram added sugars, and then 10 grams of protein. And then we have calcium is 50 milligrams, iron 3.0, 3.0, and potassium 230 milligrams, which is good. And the iron is also good. I mean, they always say ramen is devoid of nutrients, but some of these cups do have a little bit of nutrients in them. Not great, mind you. It's just empty carbs for the most part, but there is some in there, so that's good to know. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to go through the ingredients. I mean, it's the same stuff I read. There's Get this, turkey during dinner, right? Powdered chicken. How does that even work? It's not the same. It's the same type, but it's not. It's supposed to be turkey. Anyways, so yeah, this basically has pasteurized milk. It has some Parmesan cheese. Really, I'm not going through them all. I'm just looking at the thing. Let's go through what they have in here in terms of like the chunks. We have dried green bean, egg white, garlic powder, corn protein. I have no idea what the fuck that really is. Non-fat milk. I mean, why not? You just made like whatever else you have in here has 15 grams of fat. Might as well just put the full fat fucking flavor of milk in there. It's so stupid. Anyways, there's cheese culture. Jesus. Like I said, powdered chicken, rice flour, and then the rest of this stuff. Oh, there's turkey broth and turkey fat. Okay, there's where our turkey flavor comes from. But why put chicken flavor in there too? Why put two? I don't get it. Maybe to add more flavor. I don't know. But I believe this is what 2.5 minutes in the microwave in a nuker. Let's see. Place in the microwave uncovered for 4 minutes and let it stand for 1 minute and stir and enjoy. Oh boy. So, like I said, I think this will be okay. You know, this might be all right, but it's like, listen, you need to like put down the hashish, bro. Calm the fuck down. You've been making some awful stuff. The dill pickle, s'mores, pumpkin spice. Those are the three evils. They're all evil. They're terrible. They're nasty. They make your tongue stick out, and you just want to gag or upchuck because it's that gross. But this might actually be good. I mean, if I had something to have with this, I mean, I have sandwiches. I might make that like after I eat these. I might make a couple sandwiches. That'll make a nice meal because I like my cotto salami and mustard, delicious. If you add some duck sauce from like Chinese restaurants though, in mustard, it gives it like a honey, kind of gives like a honey mustard flavor that's really good. Highly recommend that. I'm not a big duck sauce fan either, but I have a shit ton of them. You know, given all the Chinese I've ordered in the past few months, so, and soy sauce. I mean, I got rice for that. That's not an issue. But so let's go ahead and cut the bullshit and let's get this prepared, and then we'll taste it and see how it is. So sit tight, jump cut. All right, so I cooked it for 3 minutes instead of 4 because I remember when I would prepare cup noodle like this, what kind with the sauce, it would make it dry and chalky, and I didn't want that. So anyway. So this is what you get. It's, you know, you have egg in there. You can see a little bit of the green bean and, of course, the noodles themselves and corn. So, you know, it's kind of like turkey pot pie, at least in my opinion. Okay, the smell worries me a little bit. It smells of turkey, but it also smells like cat piss. And I own cats, so I know exactly what that smell is. Yeah, this is already thick, and, you know, I think I made it just the right amount of consistency because it's not horribly chalky like it usually is. I got my chopsticks this time, and so I want to make sure it's nice, incorporated, and mixed up. And they got green onion in here too. That's cool. I like green onion in ramen. I'm not a big onion guy. I don't like onions. I'll eat them though if they're in whatever food it is. Like say I'm being served, like at a restaurant or something. There's onion. I'll eat it, but you know, like. Personally, I don't cook with onion. But if there's anything that I should cook, it's green onion in ramen because it's good. It gives it a nice flavor, nice subtle oniony flavor. Because I like the flavor of onion. I just hate the texture. It sucks ass. Anyways, we got our chaser here just in case. Nothing beats ice cold water, let me tell you. Not any sodas or even tea. Ice cold water. Definitely based. Anyway, so I guess we should go ahead and just stop yammering my jaw like I tend to do and give this a try. Like I said, it does smell like turkey, but it also has like a little bit of a cat pissy like smell, and not. But maybe the taste will be better than that initial smell. Itadakimasu. You know, it's not bad, but the flavor is very weak. It actually tastes... Now, this is going to sound weird, because there's nothing of that in the saltiness. It tastes like stuffing more than it does turkey. Like, I have a little bit of a hint of that chicken flavor, but I'm not tasting any kind of turkey. And if it is, it's like just very minuscule. And if it's any kind of turkey, it's more or less a turkey gravy. But it's so minuscule. Like, if I went and bought myself a can of turkey gravy and poured it in this, that would be better than what they have in this bullshit. Okay, there's a little bit of a bitter aftertaste. It's minor though. It's not like the dill pickle, because that had some real. It was like you got that dill pickle flavor, but then like you would get like, oh, I have a jumping spider in there in my ceiling. I don't kill jumping spiders. I like them. We get they're called bull jumping spiders. They're black and they have like this big white dot on their back. They're really friendly. Never been bit. Sometimes I can hold them, but a lot of the times they're like, no, get away from me. So, you know, you're talking to an huge arachnophobe here. I used to have the absolute biggest fear of spiders. And you may ask, well, how did you get rid of that fear? Well, I've told it before, and I'll tell it again just for the sake of the video. I started studying them. I started spending time with spiders. I was like, you know what? They're not going to bite me. I just need to spend time with them and like admire them, what they do. And over time, that fear just kind of dwindled away because they never went out to bite me. And when I would like get the strength to handle them, like my first spider I handled was a cellar spider, I believe, then a wolf spider, and then a tarantula. You may ask, a tarantula? When did that happen? Well, it happened in 9th grade. Because I told my teacher, and this I just pulled this out of my ass because I just always like to explain things that how I would do something about a fear or whatever. The fear, I said, the best way to get over your fear of spiders is to own a pet spider, and she took that literally. My teacher, Miss Thomas, bought herself a Chilean rose hair. She named it Kiwi. And I handled this spider, and this thing was cool. It did crawl. It liked to be on my shoulder. And I didn't really like that, but all it did was chill. It was a girl. Didn't want to do nothing. Didn't show any signs of biting me or whatever. Just wanted to chill on my shoulder, and then crawl on my arm. And it's really prickly and a little itchy when they crawl on you, because they have those little hairs at the end that are similar to like little claws, so they can, you know, climb on things. That's all spiders. But yeah, I gone from being scared to death of them to loving them. I love spiders. I'm glad I got a jumper in here with me right now. Keep me company. Let me see if I can get him on the camera. I doubt it, but I'll try. There he is. There's my little jumper. Let's call him William. Hey, William. He's lifting his little cute little front legs. Like I like it when they do that. They're so cute. Okay. So yeah, we'll call him William. The last one I had in here, I named Bob. I doubt that's Bob, but you know, I just like to call things Bob because it's a very easy word to memorize. All right, here's some more of this. Yeah, if you get one of these, or any of these in sauce noodles, do it for 3 minutes if you have a 1,000-watt mic, because the noodles aren't as chalky, so you're not like, you know, because that's just annoying as shit. I don't like that. Yeah, they should change the directions. I mean, sometimes you got to take matters in your own hands when it comes to directions. When it comes to cooking, you know, you learn by experience. They're still a little hot, though. Now, is this bad? No. Is it good? Not really, no. It doesn't have that turkey flavor. It doesn't taste like a turkey dinner at all. It just tastes like a more deep flavored chicken ramen. If I can be honest here. Like, it tastes of chicken ramen, but it's more deep in flavor. I mean, that's kind of like what turkey is when it comes to, like, if you want to compare the two. But I'm not tasting turkey unless my palate has gone bad. I mean, it's good. It's fine, but it's worth a try at least. I'm not, you know, if I see these again, I'm definitely not buying them. Because this is not something I crave. Like I said, I'm more of a broth guy, so I'm always going to crave the, you know, the Shin Blacks, the kimchi, the K-Army. I haven't seen K-Army in a while. I hope they didn't discontinue it, because that stuff was actually pretty damn good. You know, point the camera down just a bit more, so I have to keep doing this. Now, I know I do the chopstick thing wrong because I have fat sausage fingers, you know. I just basically, I do it like this. I mean, you're supposed to like put like, I think it was like what, two, oh, I can't do it. It's like you wrap your finger around it and you put like two above and two below and then there you go. No, I just use these two. That's it. That's it. I just use these two. And then if I can grab one, great. If I can't, I try again. So I don't know. Food just, you feel sophisticated if you eat food with chopsticks. At least I do. I mean, I'm pretty sure that like the Chinese and Japanese, that it's an everyday occurrence, you know. But for a guy like me, you know, the guy there's nothing special about my ass. You know, I feel sophisticated. I feel smart, which I'm not either. Yeah, 3 minutes is perfect. Another thing you can do is just put like a dab of water in there, too. I'm pretty. I should have done that with the dill pickle. When it comes to eating something this salty, yeah, this is your best friend. It'll help get out of your system quicker, and hopefully you don't have to deal with too much hypertension. I mean, you're going to deal with it anyways a little bit, because that's what salt does. If I had to give this a rating 1 out of 10, 6. Like I said, it's not horrible. It's not offensive. It's nothing special. To me, it does not taste like turkey. And I've ate turkey plenty of times in my life. I mean, just listen to that. I've ate a lot of things in my life. It just doesn't have that flavor. It's like, the British had this thing called Christmas dinner in a can. I bet you that is a lot better than this shit. But it's not bad. It's edible. Is it turkey? Hell no. Has none of that. I mean, I didn't expect that either. You have these chips that said that taste like this and that, and they usually get it down. Not so much with ramen. They have a lot to go. But, yeah. These cost $1.25 at Walmart. So I suggest giving it a try. You might like it. You might love it, actually. Especially if you're a brothless ramen person. See, I like my broth. I am a big fan of broth. And that's like the worst part of it because it's salty, but it just gives this sense of comfort, Like you eat it and you just feel calm and relaxed, until it starts working in your bloodstream and your heart starts pumping a little bit. That's the best time to go for a walk, man. Get like that. That's when you just said, okay, let's go ahead and put on the shoes and go for a little bit of a walk. Get that shit just pumped and out of there, you know what I mean? It'll go to your kidneys and you can piss it out. I mean, a lot of people consider ramen junk food, and it is, but you can make it to where it has nutrition. You just got to add to it. Like egg. Some people I don't see how people put Spam in that shit and not have a fucking stroke, because Jesus Christ. You know how much salt is in Spam? It's ham! Why the hell... I don't get that. It's like every time I see these ramen dishes, and they look amazing, but it's like they put ham, Spam, bacon, stuff like that. I mean, why not just take a turkey breast and air fry it, then cut up and throw it in your ramen? That would be a lot healthier, I think, even though ramen is not in any way healthy. There's nothing healthy about this stuff. This is, I want to say, maybe 1 to 2 ticks above junk food. It's okay, though. This is alright. It's okay. I got about maybe 1 or 2 bites left, depending on how much I get on my chopsticks. So you can basically say this is my pre-Thanksgiving game right here. Before the real deal. So Nissin thought of the perfect timing for it. I mean, at the time of this video, it's the 25th of November. And, well, we're just, 2 days away from Thanksgiving? Thursday. I hope you guys have some plans. You may ask, do you have plans? Yeah, I do. I got a friend that invited me over for Thanksgiving, so I'll go over there for a couple hours, eat food, shoot the shit, and then come back home with my cats and everything else. Just my cats. Oh, and William. Unless it's a girl. I mean, it is pretty about as big as a quarter, I would say. Could be a girl because in the spider realm, females are usually more larger than male. My mom's house, that was a spider mecca in terms of the basement. Holy shit. If you liked cellar spiders. Now, if there's one spider that does give me a little bit of it's those. And the reason is because of their legs, just the way they move. It's cool. It's cool, but it's like, sometimes it's just the way they move is just, gives me a little bit of the heebie-jeebies. Not too much, though. I mean, like I said, the first spider I handled was a cellar. But I put that fucker on my hand, and it just wanted off. It just was like, okay, I want to go to a corner somewhere. Or I want to go to a deep, dark place where I can't be bothered. And that's what the name comes from. Because they like, cellar-like structures. And basements are perfect for that. They're dark. And they don't have, it doesn't have, like, too much bothering them. You know what else likes those damn things? House centipedes. Things are evil looking. I call them gremlinized caterpillars. You feed them after midnight. Caterpillars all cute and fuzzy and everything. And then you give them food after midnight and they turn into that. It's something I came up in my head in my early 20s. All right, I'm just scooping it all up and going to go ahead and cash this out. And this wasn't bad. It just wasn't turkey. So, like I said, you can taste a hint of it. Maybe just, like I said, a pinch. It's barely noticeable, which is a shame. Because there is broth in there. So, it's in there. Just not enough. Now, if they put a little bit more turkey broth powder in there, I think it would be exquisite. Enough to be considered delicious. Like I said, though, it's not bad. I was glad to eat it. Glad to give it a try. Because I like trying things at least one time. And that was bad. It wasn't offensive. So, I may disappoint y'all. But, just in case you haven't tried it and you wanted to hear somebody's opinion on it. Like I said, solid 6. It's not bad. It's not horrible. It's not bad. It's not something I would ever crave again. But it was something I did enjoy. Now, I kind of wish they would bring back the breakfast ones. Though. That was still the best unconventional ramen to date. That's the champion. If we're talking cup noodle, that is. I wish Maro-chan would get more creative with the cup noodles, They're not. They just have the same chicken beef and, like, lime chicken and lime shrimp, I think, and that's, like, it. I don't see anymore. It'd be nice if... They used to make a bowl. I know Nissin did, especially, because I bought it every time I got a chance because it was so cheap, and it's my favorite. Used to get bowls of the soy sauce ramen. There were the ones that were in the bowl, so you had the little vegetables and, bigger, portion. They don't make those anymore, or at least they don't carry them anywhere around here. They carry the packs, though. I mean, I got a few, like I said, I got a few up there. I showed you that. They're like 3 years old now, because I don't eat ramen all the time, because I would be dead by now. I mean, that could be a blessing, given my life circumstances right now, but yeah, it would kill me if I ate that much. Like I said, when it comes to ramen, you basically, moderation. Just like any other food out there that's high in, fat and calories and empty carbs. I mean, if you do it in moderation, it's fine. But if you do it on a regular, you're going to end up like me. Don't do that. If you can help it. Anyways, I'm Forever Retro 82. I am signing off. Hope you enjoyed this ramen tasting video. Like I said, give it a try. $1.25 ain't too much, right? And I give it a 6. Has maybe a light bit of turkey flavor, but not enough to satisfy if you're having a craving for turkey. If you do, I suggest getting turkey gravy in a can and getting some mashed potatoes, and that should suffice. Unless you need the meat, then you gotta buy yourself the smallest turkey that you can afford and make it at home. It's easy. You stuff it with grapes or stuffing and throw it in the oven until the little thing pops up. They have that little thing, and when that pops up, that usually indicates that the meat's done and whatever. But like I said, grapes. If you put grapes in it, it makes it super moist. It's so good. I can't make turkey any other way now. Once I learned that little trick, my wife told me that because I was one of those guys who made it with stuffing, because that's usually the norm. But I didn't. I did. I used stuffing, and then she's like, "Oh, put white grapes in it." She's like, "It's good. It makes the meat. It makes everything flavorful and moist." And I was skeptical, but my wife's never really lied to me in terms of foodstuffs and facts and things of that nature. And it did. I cooked it in the crock pot too. I didn't use the oven. I used the crock pot, just so I can get all those flavors incorporated. I know my cooking methods may contradict and upset some of you, and that's okay. To me, it all doesn't matter as long as we get the food that we enjoy, and no matter how we cook it, it goes in the belly, and we're happy. So you guys take good care of yourselves, keep gaming, keep loving each other, and keep it retro. Until next time we see each other, y'all take care. Have a wonderful and blessed Thanksgiving, and hopefully we'll see you soon. And until then, have a good one. Thank you for watching my video. If you liked what you saw and would like to support my channel, please consider being a patron. I'll put your name up with these fine folks who have donated to this channel, and that would be awesome to have you on board. If not, that's entirely up to you. I hope you have a good day and take care.